May profits be upon you. We're going to take a look at CAD yen, the Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. And this is a pretty straightforward kind of situation, I think. All right. If we go to the weekly, you can see that this high made 2014 was finally taken out. This was a swing high, more importantly. All right. It was a swing high to the cap off this impulsive leg of structure. All right. And then price made a swing low. They pulled back a slightly lower low. And this signaled the rise of the Canadian dollar outperforming the yen to this point, breaking structure to the upside. So I am definitely bullish. This bullishness, each candle is a week, and it's been ongoing, Jack. Right? And I don't see a good reason to go against this trend. All right, that's a weekly trend, man. I mean, that's pretty substantial. If we go to the 4-hour, where we make our money, you can see I've captured the top of the trading range here and the bottom of the trading range. All right, this leg of structure that broke market structure here. All right, so as soon as price does this, it doesn't matter what the time frame is. As soon as price does this, I'm looking after a break of structure. I'm looking down here. I'm saying if price comes back for the return to impulse, all right, the return to the impulsive order block that originated this move, all right, will it hold? So I take the trading range, top and bottom, right here, I divide it in half. This is the equilibrium, if you will, all right, the midpoint of the trading range. And I want to see price come back into that trading range to discount as opposed to premium. Premium prices, discount prices. You want to take your longs from here, you want to take your shorts from there. Okay. And what do we find ourselves doing? All right. This is a rather large demand zone that we're entering. And we can see, if we go down to the daily, we can see how that demand zone was formed. All right. And somebody asked me, my good friend Mohammed, all right, asked me, shout out to Mohammed, how do you draw the demand zone? What you want to look for is the selling off and the aggressive buying. Where they intersect, that's where I want to see the top of the trading of this demand zone here. All right, that's where I would want to draw the demand zone. The way the market or demand zone can be subjective and supply and demand. Some people may want to market there. Some people will look up a little higher and they'll get confused here. I would mark this, the wick area, as the demand, because as you can see on the lower time frame, from the weekly to the daily, you can see that's where the aggressive buying starts from that last bearish leg. But if you use a rule of thumb, it's a very simplified rule of thumb, you would say the last bearish candle. All right, you want to get that bearish candle and mark that as your the range, because order blocks are nothing but ranges. Supply and demand zones are nothing but ranges of price. All right, you want to mark that as your top and bottom of the zone and the aggressive buying from there, and you wait for price to come back to this area and you look for that price action if it's going to be bullish or bearish. Simple. All right, keep it simple. It can get more nuanced, and just watch my videos and watch how I market, and maybe that'll help. Okay, so if we go to the 4 hour, we go to the 4 hour, you can see that I have that zone marked, right? And price is tap and tap, tap, tap. All right. And what I'm looking for is the yen versus the Canadian dollar. The Canadian dollar is weak right now, has been weak versus the yen because oil, if you look at oil, which correlates with the Canadian dollar, it has been on a weak spell. All right. But I believe that may be changing. If you look at your oil chart, I'm not going to go to it now, but if you look at your oil chart, you'll see that price is giving signs that there may be a long trend change, a long-term trend change taking place. So what am I looking for here? All right, I'm looking for this low to get taken. All right, and we are there now. All right, we are there right now. Looking for that low to be taken to the downside. And I'm going to be looking for price action to give me something like this. All right, what am I looking for really? All right, maybe price comes down a little further to take these lows out. Maybe there is some liquidity to come get, because there is on the 4 hour, there is a zone here. Come on, man, why would you do that in front of company? All right, there's a zone here that is a 4 hour nested within the daily and weekly demand zone. If price makes it down here, I'm looking for this kind of price action. What kind of price action am I talking about? A low, a pullback, a lower low, a break above that pullback high here, and then a pullback. And then a pullback into a demand zone in this leg of structure, somewhere around this area. That's what I'll be looking for. Not as big as this, not as broad as this, but somewhere on one of these levels, somewhere inside of this daily zone of demand. That's what I'll be looking for. I'm looking for bullish price action. All right. And I need to see a break of structure to the upside to signal that price is going up. It has the intent to go up. All right. I like the fact that price has pulled into discount pricing. So I'm definitely looking for price to give me some bullish price action somewhere in this area. So I'll be patient enough to wait for buys. That's what I'm going to do. All right. If you want to take shorts, I don't recommend it. If you want to take shorts into a demand zone, you can, but it's a dicey call in my it's a risky call in my view. All right. Price is broken structure to the upside. That lets us know the intent of price is to continue higher with a higher high, higher low made in the discount area, and looking for a higher high to follow. All right, the Bank of Japan even intervened last week, and still price, we didn't have a long-term move, bullish movement in the yen on its own. All right, so it's looking pretty weak, and like I said, the Canadian dollar is due for a new impulse. This is impulse correction. I'm looking for the next impulse to start with a higher low, and this may be it here. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you did. Check out the videos that I have listed in the October 3rd through the 7th weekly forecast. I have more on the playlist. Make sure you go check out the playlist on my channel so that you can just hit the play button and let them all run and get informed. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.